Hi, I am Miss Adrian, and I work with red words a lot. So I wanted to just explain a little bit about why I'm making these videos for you. What is the purpose of them? And it is to become familiar with sight words. This is just a quick reference for the Layer 1 red words. And they are words that we want our readers to be able to automatically recognize when they're reading. So sight words, when they become solidified, then you have a student who can become a fluent reader. So that is why we work with these words so much, so that they can read effortlessly. And vowels can interchange a lot. So, for example, if I were to ask you to say this word using sounds, you could sound it out the same way that this would sound. So they're spelled differently, they sound the same, just those different vowels. That is a problem for readers and as you're learning to spell. So what RedWords does is it's an evidence-based program that helps us memorize words. When when words are tricky, we have to just memorize them in order to know them. And so that is what RedWords does. It uses the color red because that has been shown in research to help the brain remember things. And the first thing that we do with a red word is we discuss the word so that we understand the meaning of it and how to use it. And then the second thing that we do is we trace the word. So these red bumpy screens provide a feeling, a sensation, when you trace over it, you're going to feel the bump a little bit. And that is to remember it. The purpose of that is it keeps your brain alert and helps you stay on task. And when we trace over this word, we do it 3 times. And I will give an example to show you what it's like. So we say it as we write it. WHAT, what? So you underline it after you say it, after you say the word. And as you trace each letter, you say the letter out loud. So again, that's just for memorization. The 3 times also helps with that memorization. And then we do an arm tap. And that's when you hold the word out in front of you, you're looking at the word, and you're using your body for cues to, again, just help them be memorized. So an example of the arm tap is this. What? WHAT, what? So I will go through that stuff in the videos so that your student can follow along. And again, that's done 3 times. And then we put the word down on the bumpy screen and we use our finger to trace over it. Use the finger on the hand that you write with and do that 3 times. And then we sky write and take it up into the sky. So we'll do WHAT, what? And so that is done 3 times in a row. And then we write it with our red crayon on the piece of paper that we're working with. So 3 times, on the corner of your red word, write it the way that we always do by saying WHAT, what, and then underline it after you say it. And Then, after that, I ask the student to turn the paper over. And so, you can kind of see through it, but the purpose is to not be able to see the word. So you're bringing it from your brain that just memorized it, on their own. So they're starting with a white piece of paper and then taking their red crayon and writing it out on their own. Again, saying it as they go, WHAT, what. And that's just kind of like a little spelling test built into the practice. So when they write that, it should look like that. And then we move over to using a dry erase marker on a dry erase board. And so again, this is a different feeling than writing with a pencil or with a crayon, and all of that is just keeping the brain alert. So we're going to first just write in the top corner our red word by saying WHAT, what. And then we will choose a sentence to write with the word what in it. For example, what is your name? And so the student will work on writing that themselves. So WHAT, what. All right, so then we check our sentence together. And if there is a correction that needs to be made, for example, if their sentence looks like this, then I just will prompt them by saying, make sure you have punctuation at the end of your sentence. And so then they can correct their own dry erase board to have it looking correct, grammatically correct at the end. So that is the last thing that we do. And then they have earned a practice card. And we use these kind of like flashcards to keep track of. So each time we do a red word, we'll make one of these cards. And then from that pile of cards, we can quiz them at a later date. Like after each red word, we'll bring our cards and just hold them up and ask them to read it. And then we can also ask them to write it. And then they can check their work with the words on the cards. So that is what Red Words looks like. It's usually done in person, but I think that it will work with these videos for just asking the student to follow along with the video, because I'll just do all the same things that I normally do in person, and then their work at home will be done with their dry erase board, with their red crayon, and they can just talk back to the screen and if they want, and then it all works out. So thank you for listening, and let me know if you have any questions. You can email me at devozoa@brpsk12.org, and enjoy the videos. Bye.